But and in fact, when people ask me what is outline about, it's hard for me to explain, in the sense that I feel that like it's not much about a plot, but it's like people talking and expressing how they feel or what they lived, and the way they do it also, because Faye, the writer, she's more a listener than a protagonist, I would say.
Well, it's a very it's a sort of deconstructed novel, in the usual the usual sort of parts that conceal the workings aren't there. So no, there's no plot, but there's a lot of plots in how people see their own lives. There's the plot of life, times 100. So it does make it it does make it difficult to describe, but
it's fine. I mean, no,
I hope that's okay. Maybe that will.
No worries. Yeah. And I think you give also the readers a lot of freedom to, I don't know how to express that, but to judge, or maybe, I don't like that word, judge, but it would be that, what the persons that she meets tell, because she is not judgmental at all. As I said, she's more like a listener, and they go there and they tell things. And yes, sometimes she notices something about the way they tell their stories. And of course, there's this thing also, we all want to look nice when we tell a story about us, and that happens also sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, I did worry that, I think the reading outline and the other two books is not a passive experience. It requires the reader to be active. You're not being told, oh, and then this happened, and then this happened. What happens is not in the hands of the book, and that becomes apparent at a certain point, I guess, when you're reading it and you think, oh, there's this lift off into suspended disbelief is not going to happen. And I guess I worried that would make it very, very difficult for people to read it. So I've been extremely surprised that people have been able to read it and enjoy it, and have found it really what I most wanted, which was unstressful. I think there's so much stress in narrative, and I have come to hate it so much. I've come to hate the force that makes you turn the pages as though there's some goal, this ending, and we all know that that is the worst possible way to live, to completely forget that you are mortal and that time's passing because you're so believing something that's going to happen next. So I really, really, really wanted to just put a big spanner in that wheel, and I found it a very relieving and experience, not feeling that dread of suspense as a writer, and I hope that's true for readers as well.
I think I'll do that from now on. When someone asks me what the books are about, I will say that they remind us that we are mortal.
I'm not sure that's going to be a bestseller, but
maybe you'd be surprised.